Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today we're going to be doing my September bullet journal setup. So for this month, I wanted to go with something that felt like fall, but wasn't too spooky, because it's not October yet, so I didn't want to lean completely into spooky season. So I was pondering, and then I glanced over at the tomatoes sitting on my counter, and I thought, harvest. It's harvest time. So the theme this month is kind of like a harvesty, floating vegetables with fall colors type vibe. So basically what I did is I just wrote September in diagonal across the page, as you see here. I thought diagonal might be fun, switched up a bit, don't make it so uniform. And then I just added some floating vegetables hanging out around. So we've got peppers, mushrooms, pumpkins, tomatoes, and onions. And I didn't want to make them too uniform, so I kind of just put them sporadically across the page and floating, facing in different directions. And then I outlined them with my Sharpie S-Shell pen to add a little bit of detail and to make them look just a little more crisp. So what I'm doing now is just setting up my cover page and my calendar page. I've mentioned this in the past. I don't really flip back to my calendar, but I like to have it there. I think that visually it really works for cover pages because it just gives you a really nice overview of what your month is going to look like. I find that even if I don't flip back to this calendar page that often, the act of making the calendar really helps me throughout the month because I know when things are going to be situated. Like, for example, this year, September starts on a Sunday. And so then I kind of know, okay, this is how the weeks are going to be laid out. Sorry for that shake there. My baby got a hold of the tripod. So yeah, I find that, physically making a calendar helps me. Also, I just like it. I think it looks nice. And I think that's also a good enough reason. I decided to make the labels of the days be different colors, the colors of the vegetables, just because I thought that would be really fun. I still wanted to make this colorful, even though it's pretty simple. And I think that this is a great way to do it, is by adding color in your labels, in various locations like that. Next, we're moving on to a goal page and a habit tracker page. I haven't included these in my past couple of bullet journal spreads from this year, honestly, and probably from most of last year as well. But this month I kind of wanted to really focus in on some of the goals that I have and building some healthy habits for myself. I lately have been feeling like I haven't been pushing my brain very much, and I think that's easy to have happen when you're a stay-at-home mom. I talk to babies all day long, and so sometimes it's hard to feel like I'm really, really pushing my brain. And so I wanted to focus on some self-improvement this month, and I included that in my habit tracker so that I can keep track of it and stay organized. I think that that's something that really helps me personally. So I listed my goals. I might add more depending on how it's going. And then I wanted to create a pretty simple habit tracker. I just did a grid that is labeled as each day. And then I wanted to add in, again, that color with the vegetables and the label of habit tracker. I thought it was really fun to do this kind of like each letter is a different color thing. I think it looks really fun and really festive. So if you're wondering what my labels mean for this grid, first I have movement. I just want to be able to move every day. It doesn't matter what kind of movement, whether it's Pilates, whether I'm doing some weightlifting, whether it's a walk, whatever it is, I want to move my body and have an active lifestyle. That's something that is really important to me and something that I really want to be a good example to my children. The next one is labeled as CFM. That stands for Come Follow Me. It is the system that my church uses to study the scriptures, and I find it really helpful and really amazing, so I want to do that every day. And then I just labeled the last column as SI, meaning self-improvement. Something that I'm doing to improve myself. Again, doesn't matter what it is specifically, just something to help myself. Now we're moving into my weeklies. I labeled it at the top as SEP for September, obviously, and then added in some vegetables here at the bottom. I like to do a Dutch door. So basically this month I'm doing a vertical Dutch door. You just cut the page so that you'll be able to see the panels on either side no matter where you are in the month. So on one side I have a video schedule, and then the other side is video ideas. This helps me stay organized as a content creator, but you can use it for whatever you need to be organized in your life. That's what I love about bullet journaling, is it's very customizable. Here I'm just making my weekly, just keeping it simple with some rectangles, labeling them as the days of the week. That's where I write my to-dos, and if I have appointments or, whatever I really need to remember that day, that's what I put down in these boxes. Okay, as you can see now, I'm setting up that other side, that other panel that you can see wherever you are in the month, adding some vegetables in, and again, this is labeled as video ideas. That way I can write down anything that pops into my brain that I would like to create as a video, and then place that into my schedule if I want to make it this month. If there are any videos you'd like to see from me, let me know, and I'll write them down in that handy dandy section. I was feeling like everything was looking kind of plain, and so I added some drop shadows with the colors. I think this is a great way to add color in while still being simplistic and not taking up too much time. And I really love how this turned out. I think that it's nice and colorful, incorporates the colors from the vegetables really well, and I think overall it makes the spreads flow together really nicely and not look so disconjointed. So that's it. That is my bullet journal setup for the month of September. I am excited to use this. I'm excited to incorporate my new goal and habit tracker spreads. Let me know what kind of spreads you include in your monthly setups, and if there's anything that you have been feeling like you want to add. If you recreate this setup, tag me over on Instagram. My Instagram is @bloom_journals. I would love to see your work. It's wonderful to have a community of bullet journalers here. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a wonderful month. See you next time.